jerky.
But I don't understand how you're... Okay.
Jerky. My original argument.
Square,
My original. Listen.
Thanks for defining a rectangle for
Listen, my original argument was that Philippe was like, man, I can go for some steak right now. I was like, oh, just get some jerky. It's basically just the same meat.
It's not
And then
Okay, well, by definition, it is the same beef, but that's dumb.
So,
It's
what's
like
the point of the
our fish
argument?
tacos, just
point of the argument then?
sushi. It's the same thing.
This is the reason we can't play Overcooked.
See, Alan, we're not even the dumb ones in this situation.
Yeah, you are!
No, we're not!
Yes, you are.
You guys are saying that steak can't be jerky when steak is just a cut.
It's just a cut, yeah.
What?
But it's beef jerky, then it's its own thing. It's
Alright,
not
hold on,
steak
hold on.
anymore.
Listen, alright, we're not arguing. Listen,
Steak.
I'm not
my
saying
God.
they can't be made into
It
jerky.
is beef
I'm just
jerky.
saying.
Yeah, I'm not saying you can't take a steak and turn it into a jerky. I'm just
Yeah.
saying once you do, it's no longer a steak.
Yeah.
we're not arguing that it's not a steak anymore. We're arguing that steak can be jerky.
No, you.
No, you're okay. Well, maybe anything could be anything.
Exactly. Listen.
No, Alan's
my
exact
I can
words
turn
were
steak into
that
a brick of concrete, but it doesn't make it fucking steak.
Yeah, it's not steak anymore.
It is steak
Alan-
concrete.
Alan literally just said that his original argument was that steak and jerky are basically the same thing, as in
Yeah, because they're the same
texture.
meat.
All right, listen. All right,
Oh my
I'm gonna clear this up right now. Alan, I don't agree with you with that.
Alan's on his own.
They're not the same
What did Alan
thing.
say? What did Alan say?
He said that steak and jerky are basically the same thing. That can't be possible because one's a cut of meat and one's a way you prepare the meat. So.
Yeah, that's a
Alright,
good
there you go.
distinction.
There you go. There you go.
But steak can be
Alan,
jerky.
you're right,
I said
you
that
asked.
jerky is steak.
It says,
Steak is
listen,
not jerky.
listen. It says right here, how you prepare jerky is you cut it from a piece of steak. So there you go.
Exactly.
Argument ended. Argument ended.
No, it just said that they're separate.
And then it is no longer a
Because
steak.
jerky is steak.
And it doesn't
but
taste
And I
like
wouldn't
steak.
define it as satisfying a craving for steak. If
All right,
you
I'll
wanted
end
a
this
steak,
argument. I'll end
jerky
this
wouldn't do
argument.
anything.
If I hit you with my left
Jerky is
hand, but I'm right-handed, did you still get slapped?
Yes.
It's not the same
Then
thing.
there you go.
No, not even close. Not even
Alan,
close.
or Philippe, all you
Worst
have to
analogy
do-
I've ever heard.
Worst.
How the fuck does that relate to this conversation? How?
So-
Because if
We need a poll.
you
We need a
if
poll.
you eat jerky,
We need a poll.
but you wanted steak, it's still steak.
Okay, but also if you wanted jerky and someone just hands you a raw slab of steak, you'd
First
be
off,
pissed.
jerky is not raw, okay?
No, but that's what I'm saying. Is like if you're saying, okay, jerky is made from the cut of steak,
Yeah.
then if you want jerky, someone hands you that
know
raw
how
piece of
pissed-
steak and is like, here, figure it out. It's not jerky.
listen, that's not the same thing because jerky is already cooked. The raw steak is
That's
raw.
what I'm saying. If you want
I can
jerky
also-
and they hand you a raw steak,
I can also argue that you can prepare a steak and beef jerky usually probably the same way. You can probably use some same spices
I
and
disagree.
whatever you use
What?
steak.
well, yeah,
And
you
you
could use the
probably
same
make it perfect.
spices, but
That's what I'm saying.
Smoked.
Just because
I know you could use the same spices, but that's not the same as preparing
It's
it
like
the same
saying
way.
baked chicken and fried chicken
You scared me,
different.
Philippe. Oh my god.
Yeah, but it's still chicken.
It's, it is chicken.
Yeah,
It
we're
is.
arguing
Okay,
that,
it's
but-
still chicken.
we're
Fine.
not
What?
arguing that.
What point are you making?
We're arguing that it's fucking
Chicken is chicken, okay?
I'm. Go ahead, Philippe.
I'm just arguing that once you prepare it differently, it's not the same meal.
But
Yeah.
even
You
at,
can't substitute
even at that point,
This
even
is
at
the
that
thing.
point, even at that point, hold on. Even at that point, carne asada. That's a Mexican thing between me and Deacon.
Oh my god. No one else is allowed to know about carne
Hey,
asada.
no one gets
Shut
credit.
up. Shut your mouth. You shut your mouth. You shut your mouth.
Look at my good.
Shut your
Don't cut out
goddamn mouth.
idiots.
You shut your goddamn mouth.
What?
Carne asada. Is
Alright.
that not the same cut as a steak jerky, Deacon? Yes or no? Is it not cut like similarly, Deacon?
I already did one. Yep, I'm gonna do
Deacon.
another one. I'm gonna do another one. I am.
So now what you have to do, Philippe? You have to get some beef jerky and then pour some water on it so it becomes steak again.
We have no cover. We need to get back.
Obviously, you
Come
can't
down
do it the
from
same way.
Oh,
Okay,
well,
carne-
it's almost
but
like it's an
carne- but
irreversible
carne-
process.
But carne asada is basically steak, and it's cut the same way as jerky.
Carne asada?
Yeah, carne asada.
This isn't jerky.
I mean, obviously carne asada is not jerky, but it's cut the same way as jerky.
It's cut way thicker than jerky is.
I've
So-
stopped listening.
So Philippe said once you turn it into beef jerky, it's not a meal anymore. Steak isn't a meal.
What are you doing? What?
Steak is a cut of beef.
Steak is
Okay,
part of
but
your
it's
fucking meal.
colloquially, it is a meal. Colloquially, if you order a steak, you're gonna get a cooked piece of meat.
Unless you ask for
Leave me
beef
alone,
jerky,
Koala.
they'll give
Shut
you a
up.
raw
Just ignore
steak.
it.
Okay.
Give me a raw steak.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm just playing devil's advocate here.
It's such a stupid argument.
Like, it's the same thing as if you go to a restaurant and you order chicken. Like, you would just say, like, hi, I'll take the chicken. They're not gonna hand you a raw chicken breast.
They're also not
they're
gonna
gonna
pick
cook
for you. They're gonna say roasted chicken, grilled chicken, fried chicken.
Okay, but if they only
It's the
have,
same
like,
thing-
one
it's the
thing.
same thing as when you order
I've
eggs.
never
Hey, can I
been
get-
to a
can I
place
get
that
eggs with
offers
that?
one chicken.
I'll ask you,
Never
how do you
in
like
your
eggs? How do
life.
you-
Never.
How do you cut your eggs? Do you want scrambled?
Scrambled,
Do you want
sunny side up.
easy?
You want,
sunny side up?
Benedict Arnold.
Yeah,
your
if
eggs?
you
How do you
make
take your
scrambled,
eggs?
it doesn't taste the same as sunny side up.
I mean, it's the same egg though. It's the same egg.
That's not your
No one's
argument, though.
arguing. Oh my god.
I obviously is
Alan, are you retarded? Do you think we, Alan, shut up. Do you genuinely think that I am trying to say that if you take 2 eggs and you do one scrambled and one sunny side up, that they are no longer eggs? Like,
No,
what
I'm
do
saying
you
that they're
think
still
I'm
eggs.
saying here? I know. You say, oh my god.
Two
So
different
then, what do you do?
You're trying to argue that an egg is an
What
egg.
is jerky?
How do we argue it?
An egg is an egg.
This stove is not a stove.
This house is not a home.
Oh my god.
Fuck is this?
No,
Oh god.
steak is not jerky.
Jerky is. Wait, would you say that one more time?
Jerky is steak,
But steak is not
but
jerky.
steak is not just.
Yeah.
You see, you understand how that's literally impossible, right?
Yes, no, it's not impossible.
Why is that impossible?
Because if one thing can be the other, how come it can't be the like what? How come it
By
can't be
definition.
inverse?
It's
By
like the
definition.
rectangle square thing.
Yeah,
Rectangles. What?
a square
rectangle-
is a rectangle,
a
but
square is a
not
rectangle.
A
square.
rectangle can be square.
Because okay, here, I'll explain it, Deacon.
A rectangle
So-
is a square, but a square is not a rectangle.
Let me explain it. The
So if I
definition
cut-
for
so if I cut my
Alan,
steak,
shut up! I'm
it
talking.
could be square.
Be civil, Alan. Come on, goddammit.
Of steak is a cut of meat,
Okay.
and that can be
yes.
turned into a jerky. So
Yeah.
a jerky can be made from steak,
Okay.
but steaks are not always jerky. Steaks can be used in a variety of ways. So the definition of steak is very general, whereas the definition of jerky is very specific.
Yep.
So the definition of jerky fits into the definition of steak.
But the
Okay.
definition
But-
of steak
but
is
jerky-
not exclusively jerky.
Yeah,
Jerky doesn't have. Yeah, no, jerky doesn't have to be just steak.
that's what.
Okay, beef jerky
You can
is
you can have
steak.
turkey.
Because it is
Steak
made
is
from
not
a
jerky.
steak
You
cut.
can have
God.
turkey jerky. You can
Yeah.
have turkey jerky.
Yeah.
Okay, we're talking about beef. Beef.
Is not
Okay, how come you guys get to be specific with the cut of meat, but we gotta be defined as fuck?
Because we're right.
That's point.
You're right. Hold on, did you say you're right or you're white? Hold on, you're not gonna trump me right now, okay?
both.
Okay, Deacon, do you understand the square rectangle analogy?
I understand square rectangle rhombus.
Fair enough.
We gotta be specific. You gotta be specific.
You should have been streaming D.
I
Get
know.
this win.
I hit record about 3 minutes ago.
Same. No, I recorded.
Deacon, can you take
a?
a Deacon? Can you take
Oh
a
my
poll in
god,
the chat?
thank you.
Can you
Fully.
take a poll in your chat, Deacon?
Take a poll in the chat.
I'm not streaming.
No, I'm making a poll.
No, in your chat. In your chat.
Oh, in Discord?
Make,
No,
is it
yeah,
monkey
in your
poll,
Discord
monkey
chat.
Poll? Is that what it's
Go
called?
for it.
Giving it up.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do it. I'm playing
Where's
Legislative.
Deacon-
Deacon's chat? I want to join Deacon's chat. It's linked to your thing, right?
Can I just make one without signing up? Fuck.
Yeah, so
Log in with Google.
I'm gonna buy some beef jerky tomorrow. You guys want
T.
some?
Philippe.
Yeah, I want to be-
Oh, I heard it's the same as eating steak.
God, it's so, oh my god, my whole argument is that he wanted steak. I was like, it's the same kind of meat.
You said in the
But it's
beginning
not
that
the same.
eating
If
jerky
I say
is
that,
like
then, like I
steak.
can point to any chicken dish.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Wait,
What if someone wants spaghetti and you say, well, just eat mac and cheese? It's basically the same
They're
thing.
all noodles. Nobody gives a fuck.
But that's not what you want. It's not the same thing.
do you think anyone's ever made macaroni and
First off,
like, tomato sauce?
I've never met somebody that said, "Hey, I want spaghetti."
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
never a meal somebody
save
wants.
it.
It's just made.
What?
Spaghetti's been made. and
Spaghetti's
people eat it.
delicious.
How do you?
It's
I mean, I
delicious,
don't
but
eat spaghetti a lot,
have you ever
either.
said, I'm craving spaghetti
Yes.
right
Yeah,
now?
I
Yes,
crave
I have,
spaghetti
actually.
all the time.
You white people are so
I'm
I'm
weird.
Asian, you motherfucker.
Don't think you should be eating like fucking angel hair
Whitewash.
noodles or some shit.
No, I just cook up.
Question
I mean, they're both good.
Spaghetti's
Is
tasty. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Spaghetti's ass.
Oh,
Spaghetti's
Your
fuck.
ass.
I
No,
know.
spaghetti's delicious. No, I'm with everybody else.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're just gonna flip flop like this on me?
No,
I'm
yes,
just,
fine.
no,
I'm just not a big fan of Italian food or pasta.
Yes.
Jerky is steak.
no.
I just
Jerky
really like
is basically
carbs.
No, I got Ron on my side.
That's why I eat bread.
Jerky is basically steak.
I like noodles.
Don't, I'm not gonna go back.
No, it's
I'm
not.
not gonna go back on that. You know, I don't give a shit what she's saying. I'm not
Jerky
gonna go
is a
back
different texture and there's different flavors
so
than steak.
different. It's literally so
Next
different.
question.
But it's the same cut of meat though.
Is-
That doesn't
It's
matter.
It's such a cut.
Fair.
It's such a cut at dinner. Just because you cut at dinner doesn't make it not steak anymore.
Hey, I had 2 Phoenix kits, so I'm dropping one of them.
It's- the
So by your
texture and
definition,
taste.
by your definition, if I get a steak and I get a knife and fork and I cut that steak into the same length as what a fucking jerky is, and it's no longer a piece of
No,
steak.
Alan, what I'm
eating
saying
there
is you can
is a
cut that
piece of
piece-
jerky.
Well, you're then gonna have to prepare it. You have to like
Alan,
cure it or whatever the fuck
Let me
they
say
do
something.
for.
What I'm saying is that if you were to cut that steak in a jerky size, smoke it, or make it dried out, and then season it, that's not the same piece of steak that you just cut. That's jerky.
But it literally can be though.
But it literally can't be though.
Al.
It's not the same taste.
Al, if I say I want a steak and then I take a fucking that piece of meat and I dump it in the fucking trash and then I give it to you, it's still steak, right?
You're so stupid.
No.
You're literally.
No, he's not.
First off, why are you throwing steak away?
Yeah, why are you throwing steak
Don't
away?
admit
That's
it.
just because it's slightly different. That means it's the same thing.
Okay,
Putting
Alan,
it in the trash is not a way to prepare food.
Alan, I have a question for you. I have a question. If I take a plain grilled chicken breast and I cut it into
Okay.
squares, is it now chicken nuggets? Because it's in the shape of a chicken nugget.
Apparently.
Okay, Google.
You're
What's the definition of chicken nugget?
It's just a nugget of chicken. It doesn't have to be breaded.
Christ.
Of chicken meat that is breaded or battered,
Breaded,
then deep
Oh, it
fried or
does have
baked.
to be battered?
Yes.
Yes, it has to be breaded and battered.
Which is fine. Okay, but you have to do stuff to jerky. You can't just cook a steak, cut it into strips, and call it jerky. Like, there's stuff you have to do to it.
Yeah.
You literally
That's the
can't just
same
leave
thing.
it in the oven longer.
No, that's not how you
don't.
make jerky.
You don't know how to cook
That's
at all,
pretty bad.
motherfucker.
If you want to make a
Goddamn.
really shitty jerky, but that sounds like
Really fucking
cheating.
dry ass jerky.
No.
I'm
but
saying
it
the
is- it
basis
is-
is there.
Also, why are you
But
putting
But
it
you're
in the
making
oven?
something
You're making-
bad.
Really shitty jerky.
Yeah.
But listen, if I do that and it comes out, that's jerky though. It's bad jerky, but it's
Okay,
still
but
jerky,
then your
right?
point is if I do something shitty, it's technically
No,
correct.
that's
No,
not my
Timbo.
point. My point is I don't have to do anything different to it other than leave it in longer.
I don't
No,
think that's
you
true.
don't know cooking at all, motherfucker. God
I
damn.
do know
But
cooking,
what I'm
motherfucker.
saying is that there's more to eating food than just the taste or just the meat. There's also texture and like,
Ron, get out of here with your sensitive
how you
ass.
eat it. Because
But
if
it's
you eat a
still-
steak, it's
okay,
juicy.
But okay, so apparently, if I want like grilled chicken and I cut it up and I bread it and I batter it and I make it chicken nuggets, that's no longer the same chicken then. That's no longer chicken apparently.
That was not your
Oh
fucking
my
argument.
god, nobody is saying this. Only you
You
are
literally
saying
say this.
Only
We're
you
in
are
the same
saying this.
situation.
That's exactly what you said. Eve.
Okay, no. What you were talking about is steak. Steak is a cut of beef. Chicken is not a cut. If you want to talk about cuts, you would talk about like
So then it's
fillets.
apples to oranges.
I'm not
That's
shooting
the same
behind.
chicken then.
Behind? Gotcha.
Alex,
Over there,
your
over there.
My
argument is
sound
that he
is
should
broken, so
eat
please tell me.
jerky because he wants steak.
God damn it. Wrong button.
If you want an analogy to chicken, it would be beef. And we're not saying that beef jerky isn't beef because it is beef.
Literally just talked about fucking chicken.
She said if I took chicken and I cut it up, they're chicken nuggets.
I was making fun of you for being dumb. So
Whoa, hold on. This is Trump's America. You can't do that.
I can't make fun of you.
Right,
No.
That is.
Where? Where's going on?
Right here. I'm
I
done.
don't know where these arguments are coming from, but the base argument was literally, "Hey, Philippe wants steak. Just eat beef jerky." It's the same
Coming from
thing.
behind you guys.
It's not the same thing.
It's the same thing.
No, it's not.
Knocked one down.
If I say
ready.
I want a New York strip, don't say, "Oh, go get some beef jerky then." Fuck
That's
you.
like a $30 cut of meat
Hey.
though. Why would you say
Hey.
that?
Knocked one down.
Hey,
New York
Hey.
strip.
hey,
A
hey,
good one.
I
Hey,
think our white
hey,
privilege is
no.
just
Hey.
showing.
hey,
I'm not white.
Hey, flank steak, more expensive than the rest, but still great for meat for jerky. If sliced with the grain, your jerky will be extremely tough. Better to slice
This
it
is not the
against the grain
argument.
and use
Another
a piece
fucking
of meat.
game.
It's just
It's
yeah.
flank steak. It's flank steak. What is
Alright.
flank steak? Flank steak is jerky.
The
Flank
way
steak
you're
is
thinking
also-
about it, I think, is that
Oh my god! Oh my god!
I have
Steak
no
is jerky,
ammo.
guys.
Alan, I think the way you're thinking it is that Philippe just wants to consume a type of steak. He doesn't want to taste it. He just wants like
He just wants to consume steak.
Some sort of thing, yeah.
Also, you
it's
can't
like
say that jerky tastes the same as like a filet.
Yeah,
mignon.
it doesn't taste the same at all.
Obviously, because it's prepared differently, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're saying.
acting like that's
But,
see,
my
like,
argument.
It's
completely
completely
logical.
Do you not
Taste is
hear what I say though? Not hear what I say? It's steak though. That's what it is. It's
that
steak.
argument.
It's
Okay.
what the fuck am I? What the fuck am I reading?
Okay, can I break it down for you?
What the fuck am I reading? Is
Can I break it down for you, Alex?
Flank
Somebody
steak
says I want steak.
is used for jerky.
Do you automatically think beef jerky?
Stop playing for a little bit. So.
Yes, because flank steak is beef. It's jerky.
I don't immediately think. Oh,
Yeah, I can't sound like
Alright, it sounds like Alan's like heard Philippe. He's like Philippe's just like, I wish to consume beef in the form of steak.
consume beef.
Oh yeah, you can eat beef. How about just have beef in jerky form? It's from the same object of steak.
wait, I can.
Finish.
Okay, but Alan, you're being that like semantic little shit who's like, you know, technically
Dude, literally, I
steak.
literally just googled
Alright,
beef jerky
But he
steak,
wants the taste
and
of
it just
steak.
said
Motherfucker,
flank
I
steak
don't
is
want
beef
beef
jerky.
Who the fuck
So
goes to
yes,
a steakhouse that wants beef jerky?
Why would you serve beef jerky at a steakhouse? It's not the place to do it.
Yeah, this is on level of the Max Coke versus Sprite bullshit. This is on level.
This okay. You know what this comes down to? This is all what is it? Connotation versus denotation. Like,
Yeah.
No.
oh yes, because yeah, what you're saying is like technically it is steak. Like by
It
definition,
is a
beef jerky
cut.
is steak, and if
Yeah.
you want to consume steak cut, then sure, you could eat beef jerky. But it is not what your brain wants.
why
when
the
you think
fuck is
of
Ron
steak.
making?
It depends.
Because in context of just normal humanity, you sound insane.
So the original argument that I was
so
saying
where
is
you
I was
are.
saying like I had beef jerky and I was talking to Deacon. I was like, Deacon, do you want some beef jerky? And he was
I
like, yeah.
did, I
And then
did.
Philippe was like, man, now I want some steak. Oh, Philippe, get beef jerky. It's basically
It's
steak.
not
It
the-
uses flank steak. It's
Yeah,
made from
but if I just
flank
take-
steak, which is a type of steak. Obviously, I know that I'm fucking making a joke and stuff, and I don't mean that you.
Oh, now it's a joke. So now it's a joke.
Oh, now it's a joke.
We're not saying go to a steakhouse and order beef jerky. That's
No, do
dumb.
that.
First off, they're gonna
Please
kick you
do
out.
that.
That's not the place to ask for it, but they could probably make some on hand.
Yeah, they could just throw it back in the oven for 20 minutes or something.
Exactly.
And then it's beef jerky. Oh my god.
You cook it low and slow.
Oh my god.
I don't
Alright,
know.
how do you
If
cook
you-
beef jerky?
How do you
Put it on me.
I'm gonna look it up. How to make beef jerky.
Yes,
You're basically dehydrating it. That's all it is.
That's not what cooking
That's not what
is!
oven
Okay,
does.
Google.
It doesn't dehydrate.
How do you cook beef jerky?
Dehydrated
Yeah,
steak,
smoke
bro.
it.
Okay, I've got a
You
recipe
milk it.
for jerky from all recipes. This recipe serves 6 and takes about 6 hours and 15
It takes
minutes.
4
to make.
hours.
Does that sound good?
Yes, keep reading.
Sorry, I couldn't tell where you stopped
bitch.
reading. What's the title of the book you read?
Eat my ass, you son of
Which book was that?
Oh my god.
Christ.
Stop.
Everybody poops for you.
Oh my god.
Everybody.
Who eats beef?
How to cook beef jerky.
Oh my god. Oh my
Damn,
god.
the first Google,
retarded,
the
Rob.
first Google autocomplete. How to cook beef jerky in the oven.
You cook it in the oven, but it takes several hours, not 20 minutes.
What did I say? Low and slow.
Are we now?
Several hours!
Are we now arguing about the 20
You
minutes?
can take it. You can take a turkey.
20 minutes was
You can take a turkey and prepare it
okay?
differently. It doesn't make it mean that's not no longer a turkey.
Exactly. Six
Wait,
and a half, 6 hours.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah,
god.
they're just trying to change the
Just
argument.
trying to change the
You
argument.
can take a turkey.
We're not
and,
arguing that
like,
it doesn't
make it
magically
prepare
turn
it
into a
differently,
turkey.
right? But that doesn't mean that's
It's
no
not
longer
the same
turkey.
fucking meal. That's what we're saying.
going on anymore.
This goes back to the you can prepare eggs in different
It's a
ways.
different fucking meal.
What?
Depends on where you grew up.
Yeah, it depends on.
This goes back to the chicken thing, because if you cook
That doesn't
chicken like
make
chicken
sense at all.
parm,
Where did Eve go? No, there she is.
listen, if I make chicken parm, it's different than chicken nuggets, Alan. But I
No
can still
shit.
shove it
One's
inside.
a fast food meal from McDonald's. The other is a fucking gourmet.
yeah,
There's
jerky.
shit. Now it's
Oh yeah,
they're
jerky
so
is something you get at the
complete-
gas station when you have no other food when you're on a 5-hour road
Listen,
trip. In one,
yeah,
when you
but
go
it's
to
still
the
meat.
steakhouse.
It's still meat, isn't it?
Why is this the
We're not
great?
saying that it's not meat.
Yeah, but it's still steak.
We
That's
are-
the point.
Yes, it is.
Nobody's
steak
argue.
and then fucking
No, because
type
steak
of
can
cut.
also
but it's
be
not the fucking
fish.
steak in which you eat at a fucking steakhouse.
And steak can be fish.
Oh my god.
It's not the same thing. It's
If
not.
steak can be fish, then it cannot
Hold
be
on.
beef.
Why are we comparing beef jerky to steakhouse steak?
Alan did that. Alan did.
Craving.
Why are we talking about beef jerky?
just
And
said-
he
no,
was like,
you
I want
said-
steak. Steak can be made into beef jerky. That's my analogy. That's my analogy. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Am I fucking wrong? Am I wrong?
My brown brother, you losing me, man.
Like, I want potato right now, and someone says, "Why don't you go eat French fries?" They're very different outcomes.
No.
Because you're talking about like wanting the original thing,
Well,
and then someone suggesting a like
you want a raw potato?
manipulated
Oh,
version.
yeah, do you want a raw potato?
I would say baked
Probably
potato
the
versus
baked
like
potato,
chips.
yeah.
I'm just saying, I don't want the original Elmo. I want the new one.
What are some other foods that are prepared differently? That we
Well,
can
like
talk
eggs.
about?
Go back to eggs.
All food ever. Oh my god.
Hey guys, I can't wait for that D&D game on Saturday.
I can't wait till else to all of
Are we gonna bring this argument into the D&D?
Oh,
I'm
God.
gonna say
Yeah,
it.
I'm bringing it.
Now, I would like to
Hey, what do you guys have in your adventure packs?
Yeah,
I
you
got
guys
some.
have
I got some steak. You want some?
And some beef jerky.
You guys have
No,
steak?
I said steak.
Chappie is Pathfinder, but Pathfinder is not Chappie.
That's two totally different things.
Peanuts or peanut butter?
They're literally just both robots.
Oh yeah.
Analogies.
According to
Peanuts are peanut butter, but peanut butter's not peanuts.
Peanuts are peanut butter.
But peanut butter's not peanuts.
No, peanut butter is peanuts, but peanut butter.
Boy, I could go for some milk right now. Oh, just eat some cheese. It's just like eating milk.
Listen, if you leave a cup of milk out long enough, that's what's gonna happen.
Oh, okay. What if I leave jerky in the oven?
If you leave jerky in the oven, if you leave, oh my god, I'm not doing this
Steak
again.
in the oven long enough to do some jerky.
yeah.
I'm just telling you, it's
Here's
just
the,
time.
here's the thing
okay?
though. Here's the thing though. That just uses dairy. I'm not saying that milk. It's dairy, right? 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 It's dairy, right?
It just sounded like the gnome.
Alright, Alan, you're losing me because you're saying it's just milk, my man.
No, I said it's dairy, right? Milk is dairy, right?
Alan's memeing us.
It's Coke.
Mother fucking damn it.
Well, if you're gonna do anything with that recording,
I'm making a mini episode right now. I'm drawing.
oh my god, thank you.
I'm making
By
a
the
mini
way, I'm still right.
episode.
Steak is jerky, and jerky is steak. It uses steak, so
We're not
I'm
saying the
right.
jerky's not a steak, but we're saying steak's not jerky.
You're saying like definition, it is, but we're saying in the context.
Because it's the same meat. Oh my god.
Okay, Google,
No,
is
because
beef
we're buying
jerky
fish
steak?
We're saying that when you're talking to a
On the
human
website
being,
jerkyholic.com, they say, if sliced with the grain, your jerky will...
We already heard that. Shut up.
Yeah, it's
Look at what you said in chat.
steak.
The jerky is the same thing.
Ask
That's basically what this argument is.
Jerky is the same thing as jerky.
Hey, ask it what kind of steak it uses to make jerky.
Okay, Google, what kind of steak do you use to make
Oh.
jerky?
oh, this argument's so stupid because
On the
this is
website blog.cavetools.com, they say,
Blog.
the fat can turn rancid and ruin your
That's not what I asked
beef
for.
flank
Oh, beef flank steak. There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
Now, ask it if you can make jerky beef. I mean, I guess you
There's a
can.
very fine
You can make
difference.
steak.
Actually,
You can't make jerky with
out of New
steak.
York strip because it's too thick. Because by definition, beef jerky has to be thin, like flank steak.
I mean, you can just cut a New York strip.
What I
in half.
said. What are you
There's a
talking?
very
Then it's
big
flank
difference between.
No, it's not. You're
No,
still
you're
taking
right,
the original cut.
No. I take completely back what I just said. That's the region that it's cut from.
There you go.
I was thinking of the size.
There is a difference between getting a chicken at Costco and getting McNuggets.
I thought you were gonna. Is a chicken a cock?
But is it a chicken?
Like
That's
a
not
chicken
your
is-
argument. Stop making that your.
A chicken is a cock, but a cock is not always a chicken.
Alan, I could really go for some beef jerky. You want to go grab a steak?
Chicken is
I just flicked off the air.
Wait, oh my god. We're doing this while playing Legend of Zelda. This is-
You know, Alan, for your birthday, I think I'm gonna like order you a really, really nice.
You
Nice
yourself?
steak dinner?
Yeah. I hope you appreciate it.
It's gonna be a
I'm gonna get you a
9-course
nice
steak
New
dinner.
York strip. What's
It's
the-
nine. Yeah, it's
Can
nine.
Uber
It's
Eats-
a 9-course meal, and it's 9
Alan,
strips of beef
I recently
jerky.
became an investor in a series of local restaurants. What do you think about me owning Outback Jerky House?
I don't know if Uber Eats ships jerky from 7-Eleven.
Outback Jerk House sounds very.
No, hold on. You said Outback Jerky House, not Outback Jerk House. That's next door, thank you.
I can make you jerky, Philippe. I know how to make jerky.
I don't want to know what our restaurants are like.
Yeah, it's low and slow. We went over this. 20 minutes tops.
Can you just imagine a sign
you have
for
to
like
order your
jerky?
meal a day in advance.
I still think Max's stupid Coke thing is stupider than this, though.
I don't think it is.
I think it is.
I really don't think it is.
Prepared to order, and you have to order a day.
At least that's something a lot of people believe.
The
It's
original argument
almost
is
like the
still
same
steak
argument.
jerky. It is. That's what we've answered today. That it is.
No,
No, it's
jerky is steak, but steak is not jerky.
Alan, why are you pushing
It is!
Only
It
you can
is!
read on.
Steak is not jerky.
It's not.
All right, we're gonna have to get more defined with this. Jerky is steak, but steak can be jerky.
Correct.
Yes.
All right, problem solved. Let's go home.
Okay.
Back it up, boys.
Now, if a tree falls,
Tree falls in the forest.
No, I'm gonna go with me. I'm gonna go order a Coke.
Oh my god,
No,
I'm gonna go
right?
get a.
His Coke,
Yes.
his Coke story is,
Stop.
is still stupid.
I wish I
Hey
was
guys, can I get a Coke and a steak?
If I go to the store
Is
and when I ask for a
Dr.
Coke,
Pepper
and I ask
Coke?
what? No, it's not.
Mr. Pibb is.
Dr. Pepper is a completely different drink from Coke.
Well, if I go to Roadhouse and I order a steak, and
wait,
Coke,
is Mr.
I'll be
Pibb
very pissed
Dr.
if they don't give
Pepper?
me jerky and.
Okay, Google. Is Mr. Pibb Dr. Pepper?
Is it?
Oh, that's a good question.
On the website howstuffcompares.com, they say, Pibb Extra, also known as Pibb and previously sold as Mr. Pibb, is a cherry-flavored soft drink produced by the Coca-Cola Company. It was introduced in 1972 as Peppo to compete against Dr. Pepper, but after Dr. Pepper filed a trademark infringement lawsuit, the drink's name was changed to Mr. Pibb.
I mean, it's good because Peppo sort of sounds like a child
I mean,
molester.
So,
Peppo sounds like El Chapo's shitty
Are
cousin.
you gonna relate
Whoa,
this back to
hold
high
on.
schoolers, Ron?
You're not gonna talk about my dad like
What'd you
that.
say?
You gonna relate this back to high school?
To high school?
Okay, but it didn't say if they were the same or different.
All the small things.
They're different because one's a
I guess
competitor.
the court's already settled that they are different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I get
Pepe Sappy.
Alan is saying that
Pepe's
jerky is the same thing as jerky. I am right, Ron. Jerky is jerky.
What?
Jerky is. I don't think that's what you were
well, I'll
arguing.
give you that one.
You're starting to lose me, Alan. I'm the only one on your side right now.
Look at Ron. Look at Ron's message right there.
Yeah, no, jerky
Alan
is
is saying
jerky.
jerky is the same thing as jerky. It is the same thing.
Yeah,
As jerky.
Ron is not lying. Jerky is jerky.
Yeah, jerky is jerky. I don't know what you're
I'm
talking about.
not lying about what you
anybody
said.
has answered this at all.
No.
I think 5 of us have answered this.
It's a dumb argument. So
I would like to see it like.
If I go
all
to a
of it now.
store, and order a Coke, and then they ask me what, and if I say Sprite, I'm correct.
I don't know. I think Walmart would be pretty pissed if you went to the cashier and was like grabbing a Coke.
Hey, I have these coupons for Sprite and a case of Coca-Cola.
I'm just saying, I've never ordered the Sprite and had Mr. Pibb come out. So
can I get a Coke? Yeah, sure. And it's like, wait.
I would love to
what
see
kind of
Max's,
Coke,
like, I would love Max to be like a franchise owner for Burger King, and the pop machine always like Coke.
Can I get a Coke? Sorry, we got Mr. Pibb.
Yeah,
It's like-
nobody's answered any
No,
of it.
but his thing would be like, can I get a Coke? It's like, sorry, we only have Pepsi. Oh, I meant Sprite.
Oh, yes, it brings out a Coke.
But I think his thing
I
is that
meant
he's like,
sweet tea. What?
Max's argument is that if you say Coke, they'll ask you for what type of Coke. So
No, they won't!
No, they won't.
They won't.
Most
It
Okay,
doesn't
here's the-
make
here's the
sense.
thing. There are different
That doesn't
types
make
of
sense.
Coke, but they're all variants of Coke. They're like Coca-Cola Vanilla, Coca-Cola Diet.
No, yeah.
it doesn't even
I'm sorry,
boil
but
down
if
to
I go
that.
to a restaurant and I say, "Can I have Coke?" They'll draw me out a line and give me a straw.
No, it's not even that. It's that
They'll bring
most
me a Coca-Cola. They won't say
Yeah.
diet. They won't say cherry.
You want cherry? It's
Or
like no, they most franchises only
I
have
know, it
one
doesn't
Coke.
make sense.
And then Max will be mad because they didn't ask him what kind.
Oh, you
No,
wanted the
but
limited
the
edition
actual
Kiss
thing,
Cherry
uh,
Chocolate Coke.
I think what Max is saying is that in, like, Texas, if you say Coke, they'll ask you what.
No. I talked to his friend who lives in Texas with him. He's
Thing
just
that
dumb. It's
if
just
you
dumb.
if you ask for Coke,
That's bullshit.
Yeah.
I was in Texas for 2 weeks and I asked for Coke. Every
response
time
would
they
be
brought me
like,
Coke.
well, I'll take a Sprite. It's a Coke.